Win, lose, or draw, our attitude is we're going to be working with our attitude, we're going to be cheering, we're going to be doing whatever. It's a never die attitude. Yeah, I'll be honest, it's more like a weight off your shoulders after Saturday. I could sleep quite easily. Then you realize how tired you are, because what many persons may not realize is that the work you have to do in the background to make sure the team functions out there is significant. Yeah? And seeing the end product is the guys on the field doesn't tell you how much work you have to do in the background. Logistics, the food, the medicals, all kinds of stuff. And so all of last week, I was up and down, calling, and this to be sorted out, that needs to be sorted out, can we do this, can we get that done? And so it was just managing all of that in the background, which we did. So I was happy to see Saturday come undone. And even after Saturday was come undone, then it's all about people making sure that where the guys are staying, everything is tidied up there, everything's packed up, everything gets back to school, and the place is left in the condition we found it. So it was a lot, but it was more like relief for me. Yes, it would tinge with happiness and euphoria, but then you realize just how tired you are as well. And we came down here Saturday night after champs. I know I left maybe before 12. I were here until 1 and all of that, and I can understand why they'd be here, but I need to get my sleep, so I left and went home to rest. But then again, Sunday was another day, because all of this here today, there are things in the background you have to get sorted out for today as well. So Sunday I was just spent the whole day trying to organize the different pieces to ensure that this morning would work out okay. And even simple thing as moving our boys from Melbourne Park to here. Because we have 2 campuses, so we can't just easily say, oh, we're going to put the whole school together. There are logistics moving. Parents have to know that you're going to shift the youngsters from over there to here. They may be actually walking on the street to get over here. So there are a whole bunch of moving parts. So today I can take a day off and take it easy. Yeah, I think I deserve that. So there are some mishaps last year. I recognize that. I said, something, we lost. So let's go back to the drawing board and do what we know we need to do and what we've always done. I went back to it this year. I planned very properly how we wanted to execute, how we needed the thing to go, and we actually went back to our formula. And it worked. Now, I'm not going to say every year the formula will work the same way, because if you come across a better team than you, then clearly the better team's going to prevail. And I'm not one to say, oh, Casey's always going to be the best and on top all the time. Yeah, you're going to make sure we go out there to compete. But there are, and if you look across the board, there are a number of schools are putting out some very good athletes as well. And so at the end of the day, I'm not going to for one believe that, Casey, as much as I'd want it to be so, that Casey will always go on top and we can never lose. That's not the case. We lost last year. Yeah, and we just need to ensure that we are consistent in doing what we've always done, all right, to secure the victory that we want. And that's what I push with the coach and with the management team. And you see, the whole thing's about structure, having structure in place. How we know what everybody has to do. I put it to you this way. In our management team, it's not even just about what happens, every day and on the field. We have people on our management team who are solely responsible for scholarships. And so looking way down the road about scholarships for our youngsters, liaising with colleges, universities, to make sure we can find places for our youngsters, all right? And we got to a point that those places are calling us, all right? And are asking us, hey, what's this, what's that, what about so and so? And because it's more than just about track and field, it's beyond that, isn't it? Yeah, it's how do you work with the youngster? How do you ensure the youngster does have a future after this? And so, we're quite consumed with that. We also have persons there who are just dealing with welfare. Not about training or anything, welfare. If a youngster is not feeling good and there's some issues in the family going on, how do we address that? And we have persons just dealing specifically with those things as well, all right? And to ferret out where we might have concerns about youngsters, they'll get in there and find out what's going on and all of that sort of thing. And that's even separate from the actual schoolwork, because we have people looking at that as well. KC came into being for poor people's children, and that's how we look at KC, to give them opportunities where they would not otherwise have had. Bright youngsters, good youngsters, but just did not have the opportunities. And the bishop, who sits on the wall behind us here, his vision was about putting out well-rounded young men with Christian values who can take their place in society as worldwide citizens. And that's still our mantra. And he also taught a never die attitude, right? That no matter how you get knocked down, we get up and go again. And that's why Kingston's motto is that the brave may fall but never yield. Now, it doesn't matter how many times we get knocked down, we're going to get up, and everybody knows that. That's why I say never bet against KC. Because if you think we're down and out, we're coming at you. Think about this. Every chance that I can think of going in there, KC takes up nearly half of the bleachers, or a quarter going half of the bleachers. And win, lose, or draw, our attitude is we're going to be working with our attitude, we're going to be cheering, we're going to be doing whatever. It's a never die attitude.